Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 19. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, check, check. Switch, switch, switch. 59, 59.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now. Looming.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Set. 19. 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Set. 19. 54 Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. This is Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 64 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
22's coming. 22's coming. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Texans' 36-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Texans nothing.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The first run for the backup of Abdullah. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The 2nd down run for Abdullah. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
25, check 25, check 25.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
61, matchbox lights.
Safety screaming. Shift.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, it's complete. Stills. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the ground, it's Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 15 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes our score 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
And this is caught at the 20. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 56 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
6, Bravo. 6, Leave it, 48.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Check that. 19. Check 55. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check, 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 check. 26. Go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pick up the ball. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that out. I got you. I got you.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
41, Mike. 49.
Cousins the thrower. It's complete. Abdullah.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Abdullah. And an alley to run. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Texans' 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get
Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
set. 19. Right 54. Right 54. Hey, get the man. Get away. 59. 54.
One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were